Good morning, Floss Tube. It's Julie with Reflections Framing and Stitching. Today is Thursday. It's the 14th of May, and I am back for Floss Tube Chart of the Day video number 31. Look at that. I said it just like I knew it. No hesitation at all. It's because it's take two. So, running a little late today. It's already 9 o'clock, and I had some hunting to do when I got to work today. Yesterday, I was invaded by a bird. I'd heard him up in the ceiling for a couple of days, so I knew he was up there. But he came out yesterday. Actually, he came out when I was on the phone with the customer yesterday, and I actually screamed into the phone because I wasn't expecting it. I'm not afraid of birds, but I've had a bat before, and the bird did dive bomb me, and I was afraid it might have been a bat. So tried to catch it off and on yesterday. In fact, I was on a video call with Abby at one point, and it came down out of the ceiling, teeny little tiny crack like that, and it managed to get its way through that crack. So and dive bombed me while I was on chatting with Abby, and she saw the whole thing, and at least it gave her a good laugh, she said. So anyway, I had to come to work today, and the first thing that happened was it dive bombed me. So I spent some time trying to catch the little thing. It's just a baby bird. It was a little sparrow. So I propped the front door open and chased the dang thing around the shop for a little while, and it finally went out the door, I think. I can't find it, so I think it went out the door. We'll find out as the day progresses whether it really truly did or not. I'm hoping it went out the door. I didn't want it to die inside. What an awful death. So I did leave some water out for it just in case. But I didn't leave any bird food because I don't have any bird food. So, and really, I don't want it to live here. I wanted it to go to its home. Running late. We're gonna address the question of the day from yesterday, which was clean or dirty car. I think most of you enjoy a clean car. Some of you are dirty, like Dan is. Although, really, truly, I don't think anyone is as dirty as Dan is, to be honest with you. And some are kind of middle of the road. You like a clean car, but it's just not always possible to have a clean car. So that was good. That was a good question. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Today's chart of the day is from Stitching with the Housewives. It's called Truckin' Along July. New designer to the shop. Weird things going on outside today. New designer to the shop, but everyone knows Priscilla and Chelsea, so I'm sure you're all familiar. This is a monthly series. I just have July because I just thought I would try it. I would classify their charts as more on the cute side, and that doesn't tend to sell real well here in my shop, but I thought I had a customer inquire about them, so I ordered a couple, and we'll see how they go. Let me see, what can I tell you about it? It's small, 42 by 98 is the stitch count. It calls to be stitched on a 28 count black even weave. The colors are classic colorworks. There's 6 different colors, so not a huge investment there. They do give the DMC equivalent. Their charts are in color, and this actually is 2 charts. There's the top part and then the bottom part. So you could stitch one or the other. You could stitch them together, however you want to do it. Called for colors are bright and cheerful. You'll need 2 of the white, whatever you choose for white. They call for bamboo. This is a 28 count black Jobelin. And as you can see, everything looks good on there. Black is kind of hard for some people to stitch on, so I did choose a couple other colors that I thought looked good. This is Mercedes from Picture This Plus. And I think that would look fine. This is a 30, no, this is a 28, Lugana. So that'd be cute on there, nice and cheery. For those of you who don't want bright, cheery fabric, this is a 32 count French roast linen from R&R. And as you can see, it would look fine on there too, and it would tone down the colors a little bit. But if you really like the chart, but the bright colors aren't for you, I did do kind of a prim version of the colors, where I just toned them down just a tad. So I kept the honeycomb because that's the center of the daisies, and that needed to be kind of bright. So I did keep the honeycomb. I changed the called for 4-leaf clover to pine needles, which is a darker, pinier color. Muddy puddle I kept because it can go either way. Licorice red I darkened to one of my favorite reds, which is Cayenne from Weeks Dye Works. Deep blue sea from Classic Colorworks I changed to Deep Sea from Weeks Dye Works. And the bamboo I changed to Weeks Dye Works Grit. It's just a little bit more toned down, and it has a little bit of variegation to it. So those colors would work really well if you wanted to just tone it down a little bit. And then I picked out a 32 count Creek Bed Brown, which is kind of a rusticy. You can see it's kind of got a tweedy look to it, which I thought would look good with the colors. You could use the French roast. So it might even look good on the gingham fabric. I didn't pull any of that though. So that's chart of the day for today. It's very cute, and I hope you enjoyed it. Today's question of the day, I talked a little bit yesterday about Abby. I want to thank everyone for their prayers. She does get tested Saturday morning. She should have the results Sunday or Monday. She's going a little nuts being by herself. Abby is a very social creature, and this is going to be hard for her, being completely isolated. Travis has video called her multiple times. I talked to her multiple times. She talked to Melanie. But Abby does not do well alone. When Melanie called her, she said she was doing okay. She'd only cried once for 2 hours, and that was in the morning. So the poor thing, I know this is really hard on her, but we're all praying that everything is fine. She tests negative. Problem is, she'll be going back to work, and it can happen again. So anyway, the question of the day has to do with if you had to be in quarantine, and you could choose 2 people to quarantine with you. So see, I'm not making you be by yourself, but if you could choose 2 people to quarantine with you, who would those 2 people be, and why would you choose them? I would choose Dan, of course, because, Dan, he's my best buddy, and he makes me laugh, even though I try not to let him know that he makes me laugh, because it just encourages him. And he shares my love of cross stitch, so he's an obvious pick. And the other person I'd choose would be Connie, for pretty much the same reasons. Connie can make me laugh, and she loves cross stitch too, so we would all three have something in common. And I'm usually the straight guy, so those two, the comedy that they would bring would be offset by my straightness, my soberness, and I think we'd probably be able to get along without killing each other if we had to be quarantined together for 2 weeks. So that's who I would choose. It doesn't have to be someone you know. You can choose, maybe you'd like to be quarantined with Oprah Winfrey, or maybe Alex O'Loughlin. I didn't think about him. Maybe I would like to be quarantined, but then I just want to be quarantined with him by myself, not with anyone else. So maybe there's someone you would just, doesn't have to be anyone you know, but tell me who it would be and why you would choose them. I think this will be an interesting one to see who people would choose and why they would choose them. So I'm going to be done for the day, I think. Please continue your prayers for Abby. I will let people know how she's doing. I haven't talked to her yet today. I did talk to her last night. She was pretty rough. She started talking in complete sentences when she was 9 months old. And it was a doozy of a sentence when she started. It was, my mom was trying to feed her dinner, and Abby was done, but Mom was of old school, you clean your plate, and so she kept offering Abby more food, and Abby finally pushed the spoon away from her and looked at my mom and said, "Damn it, I said I didn't want any more." It was clear as a bell. Everyone kind of turned and looked at her. Thanks, Mom, for teaching Abby the word "damn it." But it shocked the heck out of everyone, and she hasn't shut up since. She's a talker. So, and she can carry on a conversation with a fence post. So being in quarantine by herself is going to be kind of hard, and she looked pretty rough last night. She does not do cross stitch. I wish she did. It would give her something to do with her hands and to occupy her brain a little bit, because all she's doing is sitting there and worrying. She's got her Kindle with her, so she's reading, and she's got the TV. But it's hard for her. So thank you again for the prayers, and I will keep you posted on how she's doing. I hope you all have a wonderful day today, and I will see you tomorrow morning, I hope. So have a good day, get some stitching done, and take care until tomorrow. Bye-bye.